Hello and welcome to a Monster Mechanics mini episode where we're going to be hitting the random monster table. Bomp, bomp. All right. So normally when you roll on a random monster table, it's about finding from like monsters from a giant list, you know, based on your like location or whatnot. We've gone out on the internet and we've gone out and found a random monster generator, which allows us to get features of monsters. And we're just going to go back and forth rolling on this thing until we create enough of a monster that we kind of like. This is just a quick fire little generation round.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.
So start me off with a D8, Zach.
All right. That's a table 8.
Intelligence and social order.
Okay.
All right. And then a D20 to see what we're getting off of that.
It's a 19.
Ooh, nice and high.
High rolls tonight.
Borrowed paired. Physically utilizes the intellect of a foe or nearby sentient. Okay. Huh. Interesting. So what it says is it takes the intelligence of something nearby. So this thing's parasitic.
That's cool. But specifically intellectually. And,
Yeah. It uses something else's brain to think.
That's kind of cool.
Okay.
I like the idea of like some sort of creature that sort of lies dormant until a creature comes nearby.
Yeah.
Are we thinking it also takes its motives or?
What if it's like a reverse possessor? Like we think of like there's a trope around where, you know, something will come in and take over somebody else's body and then like go and use it for their own thing. This I think might be the reverse of that, where it is like a body waiting around for an intelligence to come along, and then it takes that intelligence and puts it in its own body.
Okay, I like that. This is already a really cool monster.
Okay, that's kind of neat. All right, well let's get some more information on it. I'm gonna roll a D8.
Go for it.
Find out what table we're on. Number 6. That brings attacks. Okay, cool. We'll roll on the attack table. And that is number 7. Electricity. Arcs of electrical energy or summoned lightning from above. I think that fits in with what we know of it so far, which is maybe it's the way it's doing its reverse possession is electrical in nature. Like when you would come across whatever the dormant version of this is, it like you get like a Highlander moment where you've got like the lightning coming down and enveloping the person and then like pulling them into that creature. That's cool.
I'm already sort of thinking like something along the lines of like a dormant golem or robot or something.
Yeah. This is let's just go with that. It's like a golem or like an automaton maybe. Maybe this was created by somebody. Yeah, I kind of like the idea that this was a Frankenstein's monster situation where the guy's got it laid out on a slab. And like all of the machinery is set up and ready to go. And then it's just waiting for somebody to come across and like accidentally trip, kind of like a trap, like it was the last couple of steps for turning this thing on were never tripped. That's cool.
Maybe it gradually consumes that intelligence over time.
Ooh, it like burns it up.
Yeah, like it like uses it as fuel.
That's cool. All right, let's do another one. Give me another D8.
We're on table 6 again.
Okay.
Do you want to do another attack?
Yeah, let's do another attack. We can have multiple kinds of attack.
Sure. All right.
I really hope
11.
Dude, I was looking at the table and I thought, oh my God, I really, really hope he rolls an 11. The 11 is so cool. It's multiply, can quickly clone itself.
Ooh.
Okay. I don't think it burns up the intelligence. I think it makes more bodies. And then those have to then be to reverse possess people as well. They have to take the intelligence of others around them.
Interesting.
And like the intelligence that takes over this thing doesn't have like control over it. Like that multiplication process is like autonomic. It happens anyway.
So it's kind of like you've got like this intelligence that's sort of got the locked in syndrome where this body's just going about doing its business while this intelligence is trapped inside. Or
like you're able to go out and do things, but like whatever, like, you know, like maybe it's a gremlin situation where like if you encounter a certain stimuli or something, your body just goes ahead and does this creation bit where it's like replicating itself because when you take in matter or something like that. That's cool. Yeah.
All right, give us another one.
Yeah. Let's do another one. Okay, we're not doing a third 6, so let's do 4. Can't just have tons and tons of attacks. Okay, this is locomotion. How does this thing get around?
Okay.
19. I like those ones. Well, of course. 19 is host. Enter an object or device, then emerge later at will.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, that sort of tracks with what we've got so far.
Yeah. Oh my God. Did we make a transformer? Is this an Autobot?
I think we did.
A parasitic Autobot? I do like the idea that its form is dictated by it mimicking some other device or something, or man-made construct or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you make a new body that is going to then have to be taken over by an intelligence, so it's waiting for an intelligence. It's like a robot mimic, right? Like it creates a chest or something like that, or you create a wagon or a doorway or something like that, and then that lays in wait for the next person to come by. Like this thing goes around making traps.
Interesting. Yeah. So we've been rolling a D8, but I see there's actually 9 tables. The last one is weird traits. I think we should both roll once on this table.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact sort of thing.
Excellent.
So let's go both at the same time. Let's roll a d20.
Alrighty. Oh no.
Oh no.
D20.
Oh, I got a good one.
Okay. Interesting. I got 2. It animates its shadow. The creature's shadow becomes its agent.
Yeah, I got 3, which is commune with dead, can speak with dead and summon ghosts. Okay.
So I think this thing was originally designed maybe to speak with the dead.
I think it was a vessel for ghosts to enter, and then it was just designed wrong. Like this was a like an experiment gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it was meant for like, I'm going to create this robotic body that a ghost can enter and possess, and then it will become a new body, you know, so that it can live again.
What if what happened was instead of getting instead of having the ghost come in, possess it,
mm-hmm.
like it actually gets the shadow of the ghost. Like it casts a shadow of the ghost that's possessing it.
That's cool. Or no, we could back it up and just say it does go, like ghosts would have an intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in this case, maybe it was designed from the ground up. Instead of like this trap for the living that we've created, it's actually like it was designed from the ground up, like you're saying, to commune with the dead, to like be a host body for these ghosts. And it does that. That's the intelligence that it brings into itself.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's hot.
I also like the idea that maybe they didn't properly set up their protocols or whatever. So it does dead intelligence and living intelligence.
Yeah. There's no safeguards on it. And then I like what you were saying, where when a ghost inhabits it, its shadow becomes like an extension of that ghost. And like you see, like if it was even if this thing is like we were saying, it mimics other objects in the world, like a tree or a rock or something like that, Transformer style. Even when it does that, though, it casts the shadow of the creature that it is currently possessing it. So it would be like a tree with a man's shadow.
I think that's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool.
Do we want to do one more monster?
Yeah, let's do a second full round of this after our parasitic ghost inhabited transformer.
Yeah. You want to start us off this time?
Yeah, why don't you start us off? Actually, I'm going to ask you, rather than doing a D8, let's go ahead and just start with the first table, characteristics of body.
All right. I'm rolling on the body table. That's an 8.
8. Fish, not necessarily aquatic.
Interesting.
What an interesting caveat to put on fish, not necessarily aquatic. I guess it could be like a skyfish, like it swims through the air, or like maybe it's space, like it's a whale.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like that it doesn't lock us into having an aquatic creature.
Yeah.
So
okay, I'm gonna roll a d8 to find out what our next table is. 5 appendages. Okay, cool. Appendages. There's some good stuff on this table.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah. 10 wings.
Oh, our winged fish.
Bat, bird, or insect for full flight or wing-assisted leaps. I think we've got a sky fish, like a whale that like flies through the air.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's filled with a gas or something like that, so it's lighter than air, and then it uses the wings for locomotion, like Zeppelin style.
Yeah, I'm picturing like I like when you said the whale. I got the idea of like this huge thing, but instead of like gargantuan wings, it's just covered in dozens and dozens of wings.
Yes, hundreds of little like maybe they look like feathers, but they move like insect wings, like that really rapid flapping.
Uh-huh.
If you see the super slowed down version of an insect wing, they work like oars, really. Like they move through space in one direction and they rotate to move to the next part. Mm-hmm. They act like little oars. It would be perfect for moving around a sort of floating shape like that.
So we have our dragonfly whale.
All right, give me another D8.
Alrighty. We are on table 3.
Ooh, 3.
Head.
Yes, excellent.
All right, let's see what we got. That is a 5. Has a large head with oversized ears.
Ooh. Well, that makes sense. If we're going for sort of that whale thing, then the idea that they would have like exceptional hearing to like have this like whale song would make sense. In fact, I kind of love the idea that their entire form, like a whole big section of their body, acts as one giant like eardrum.
Oh yeah.
And you can see the vibrations ripple through it when they communicate with each other. Like maybe they're using super low frequency sounds, and when they vibrate that bladder, they send outward, and then that same whenever sound hits it, it causes like the reverse in that medium, and you get this sort of jello-y effect.
Yeah, I wonder what that's like. Like the whale song travels so far because it's underwater, but if it's in the sky, like I'm wondering how that translates.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be as far, which to me that sounds like they're having to put a lot more energy into it. Like they're having to try really hard. So maybe this is the kind of thing where like their sound can be mistaken for thunder. You know, like they move through it, like they're flying in clouds, and you'll hear thunder but see no lightning, and it's them communicating with each other.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they're just having to make huge amounts of sound.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Okay, give me just one roll on that special one.
Alrighty, that is a 13.
13. Amorphous shift, become a fluid blob at will.
Oh, that's interesting.
Just a tiny spin on that is that instead of a fluid blob, they become a vaporous blob. Like they have the ability to become clouds.
Okay, I like that idea.
Yeah, that's hot. Yeah, maybe these things are the source of clouds in this world. Maybe they like emit that vapor, and then they can travel through it or something like that. Maybe they produce it from their bodies, or...
I like the idea that maybe these are like seen as sort of almost like a fey spirit or something. Like maybe there's like good or ill omens associated with coming clouds.
Oh, for sure. And I also love the idea of like, these things are sky whales. So you might have sky whalers, like guys in airships who are like harpooning these things. Maybe sometimes it's for like to bring them in alive because you like use them to create rain for the farms or something like that. Or that you're whaling style, like taking them apart for their useful components. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, this is wild. This may be a returning segment. So I actually, for our listeners, go check out the Twitter, our Twitter account, Monster M Pod. I'm going to be putting as our pinned tweet a link to a form where you can submit additional things that we're gonna build off tables, so we can do this in the future.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay, cool. So yeah, check that out, Monster M Pod, and we will return next week with. Oh, that was the one that went completely off the rails, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
What was it? What did it start as?
Started as the rust monster.
Oh yes. Okay. So, spoiler alert. Next week is the rust monster. Except, it's a special one. You'll want to tune in for that one.
It's good stuff.
All right. Later. Bye.
Till next time.
Thank you for listening to this Monster Mechanics mini episode. This week, I'd like to call out that if you haven't already, you should head on over to the Protean City Comics RSS feed and/or your local podcatcher and check out the Outstanding series that I've been on for the past few months. We are coming up on the finale arc, and it is amazing. It is something you are going to want to hear. So head on over there and check it out. Now for the credits. Monster Mechanics is produced and edited by me, Scott Paladin, and hosted by myself and my best friend, Zach Jaquays. All of the ideas generated during these episodes are released under a Do What the F You Want public license.